frankly, we're in a trance state as we walk to the lanes, and he walks first, and we're walking to tribal music, which is absolutely epic. And the whole entire 14,000 people will complete their firewalks within 45 minutes, which is a shockingly fast
For how
experience.
many
And it's
people?
14,000 people.
Holy shit.
And I actually help people. We usually see about 300 to 335 people. I help them through the lanes because there's 6 positions on the lanes. And we help them go through the lanes, and the lane's about 6 feet long, and there's 1,000-degree coals on there, so you're basically walking barefoot on the coals.
That shit is crazy.
But you do not get burnt, because remember, it's mind over matter. So what you just said there is really powerful, because it's putting yourself into a state of that you are not thinking in that way. So we have to keep them in state, which is really fascinating, because it's really a powerful experience to see them when they come off the lanes, when they come off the coals. They come out with some passion and fervor and such energy that, like, you could actually get injured by the strength that they're coming through.
Really?
Wow.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. With the right tribal song on, dude, I'd do just about anything, bro.
But you see, what's really cool is, well, tonight I'm going to be, well, it's not tonight, it's tomorrow, but I'm going to be actually assisting on the walk to lanes, meaning I'm not going to be on the lane this time. But what's going to happen is that they actually come through the outside street, and as they go through the outside street, we guide them through and keep them in trance state. And when they arrive to tribal music, like African tribal music, and it's really loud. So like these drums and these beats are really hypnotic.
Right.
And you know exactly what I'm talking about, Dave.
I do.
It's like this hypnotic like beats. And I'll try to see if I could record just a piece of the music, because I'm probably going to allow it to have my phone, because I'm not going to be necessarily by the fire. Normally when you're by the fire or on the lane, you cannot have any phones or anything, and you got to be in crappy clothing, because you really, either you're going to get wet or you're going to get dirt or coal or something might fall on you. So it's really, really strict. And
wet? Where does the water come from? What do you mean wet? Oh, because when they come off, you got to like hose them down.
No,
like...
so yeah, like so. Last year I was the first anchor, and the first anchor's role is that I'm at the end on my knees, and I'm with a water hose, and I'm basically hosing down their feet while they wipe their feet on wet moss. And then they break out of that trance, but they stop them, and I'm at the floor hosing their feet through their toes, so they don't get any burns from cinders that might be stuck there. So
we
that was
never
my
got
role.
this kind of treatment. OMI-Juan, I don't know. Did MA ever offer to like get on her knees, hose down our feet, and do any of this stuff? This is crazy shit. The hell?
Really, this is going to be so. Dave, you missed a lot. You see, that's what happens when you don't take my call. Just letting you know.
I wish you luck on the firewalk. That's dope. I mean, look, I think the Tony Robbins thing is hella awesome. But good shit. I'm happy. And Juan, I'm obviously like, thank God you're feeling better, bro. It's obviously good to have you at healthy. Yeah, shout out Lois. Thank you for obviously reposting the chat. I'm gonna start pinning this out everywhere, but I figured today, like, me, OMI-Juan, and Emma put our heads together, and we were like, what are we gonna do this week, right? Like, there's so many different tools. Of course, GenSpark did drop another tool this week. They dropped Genius Clips, which I actually have yet to play with Genius Clips. I played with it for like 2 minutes, and I was like, let me upload this video, see what's what, and see how it kind of cooks. But it's gonna be fairly new to us today. But what we thought, OMI-Juan, we were like, what do we do? We're like, look, this InfoFi game is not going anywhere, right? There's a new platform popping up every day. There's money to be made out here. And I think we take this opportunity to like show people, look, this is kind of what we're doing. This is how you can essentially use these AI tools to turn your content game literally up all the way on fleek. You know what I mean? Like turn the volume all the way up on it. Simplify your life. Like I don't even want to say a little bit. I'd say a lot of it. Simplify your life a lot with these tools, and then come out with just beautiful, beautiful content. So I know I have a bunch of different examples. We'll go through a bunch of stuff. I know, Juan, you're just kind of getting into like the InfoFi game. So yeah, I want to obviously first and foremost, like let's help you and kind of use you as the use case as well, MA too, and really show like what we can do, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for InfoFi.
Yeah, I'm excited as well, because I mean I'm a firm believer that the attention economy is the future economy, right? And so if you can have an audience that you can reach out to and show that you're able to have that kind of mind share capacity, then that's just it's like a force multiplier, like for me, so if I can use that as a way to not only expand my personal brand, but also, whatever it is that I'm going to be promoting, through, various tweets or posts or whatever videos, then I just feel like it's a win-win for not only me, but whatever it is that I'm pushing. So
Facts. Ma, are you I know you know a lot about like the different platforms and stuff out there, the automation stuff, but are you into like the InfoFi game at all or not? Like I know like you're not the most active on X, but you always know a little bit about a lot of things. So what's the deal with InfoFi? Oh, you sneak!
whoa,
Oh my God, you saw that?
I saw it.
You saw
There
that?
was.
She's
Yeah.
such a shit.
She's a
such
tease.
shit, yo.
Anyways,
Ma,
about the
you ain't
InfoFi,
right.
I'm gonna leave you to give me the lowdown and the TLDR on InfoFi because I see you killing it on the timeline. I understand a little bit, but not as much as you. But I think that all of the knowledge that I have I could really probably benefit from understanding InfoFi better. But to be really quite transparent, I'm not so into that because I'm addicted to N8N right now, and I'm literally addicted to solving your content creation problem. Like literally, I'm addicted. Like literally, I'm trying to find a solution so that you have some free time because I don't want you to burn out. Because like I think you were going balls to the wall. Okay, I know it's a PG-13 show, but you were going balls to the wall, and I think it's really important that these tools help us not burn us out. And I also heard you talk about Opal at one point, and I was already kind of practicing with Opal. And what's also come out is Nano Banana, which is is Google. Wow, it's nuts. Nano Banana. I'm sorry. Like we really got to talk about that at some point. But for now, I'm very curious about the clips. If you had a chance to test out clips from the new GenSpark feature.
Yeah. So I guess maybe before we even kind of get into like the tools or whatever, let's maybe talk about somebody get the phone. Let's maybe talk about how do you guys, like when we talk about content creation, like what are the different like forms or formats of content creation that when you like OMI-Juan, when you think about it? Because for me, like I always look at like the way I see it is I want to do something different than what everybody else is doing, right? Like I don't want to do just the same shit. Like I really, really don't. I want to do something totally different outside the box. So I'm constantly looking at these tools and I'm like, how can I be doing something different? So, we talked about the AI podcast that GenSpark has. And for me, that was obviously a big one. But what kind of content are you thinking about maybe like creating?
No, that's a great question, and I think it's an important question, right? I think that's the number one question you need to ask yourself when you get into this, right? Because the last thing you want to do is be just a copy and paste person, right? Because I think about it like from the music industry, right? Like nobody wants to be a copycat band, right? Like nobody wants to be like somebody that's just like, trailing the trends, right? You want to just be able to figure out what's your lane, and then you just kind of dial into that, right? So like for me, I always think about it like, okay, what can I bring to the table that people might find interesting, people might enjoy, people might like to see, people might want to know more about, and then I just try to figure out what's the best way to deliver the message, whether it's through video, whether it's through audio, whether it's through just sharing info. So that's usually how I kind of approach it. First and foremost is what is it that I like to do, and what do I think other people would find interesting, because I don't want to be somebody that's just like following what other people are doing and copying and pasting what other
facts. What do you think the medium? Because I try to dig into the numbers sometimes, but like just off the top, you're like, what maybe like your personal experience, what medium do you think people engage with the most, or do you think is maybe like the most compelling?
I mean, I'm a firm believer in video, only because it goes back to what I was saying before, attention economy, right? So if I can get somebody's attention for 20, 30, 40 seconds, like that to me means way more than somebody just looking at a post for 2 seconds and then swiping, right? Like, so I swear, I think that if with a video, it's like the old saying, right? A picture's worth 1,000 words, but what's a video worth, right? Like that's so. right? So that's where I'm like, if I can really pack, a really powerful punch in a 20-second, 30-second clip, and a minute clip, then that for me is the most value that I can do is through a video.
Yeah.
And then not only that, then I mean you got a lot of different senses, right? You got the audio component, you got the video component, you got the so there's a lot of different things that you can kind of pull people in with when you're doing that kind of format.
It's true, right? Because like when I think about like because it's no secret that on social media it's like we have the attention span of like we have like bird brain. You know what I'm saying? Literally bird brain, and the attention span is like somebody watches something. If you don't grab them in the first like 5 seconds or 2 seconds, they're literally like scrolling past to something else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know. Like to me, it's super. I gotta shut this off. That's so annoying. Sorry about that, guys. It's just I think about what do I need to do to grasp people like right in the first like few seconds. Oh my God, this is so annoying. Stop texting. Silence. Okay, thank you. But yeah, like what I guess video is it. But you know how you see on YouTube a lot of times where it's like they have like those crazy thumbnails and it's like, they're doing something fucking crazy. Yeah. I've never experimented with that before. And I don't know if I guess that's like a thing, but that shouldn't be a thing. You know?
But it's huge, honestly. Like you don't think it should be, but it is. Yeah. Like there is an art to creating a thumbnail, right? Like it's not just like that. Like people that create those thumbnails, like that isn't just by happenstance, right? Like they figured out that those are the best ways. Those are the ones that are generating the most clicks, because I guarantee you if somebody creates a thumbnail that nobody's watching that video, they're not going to use that thumbnail anymore, right? So they're going to start to figure out which thumbnails are pulling the people in, and then they kind of figure out which thumbnails are for what kind of stuff, right? If because you'll see the ones with the big old the big old expressions and stuff like that, like so they definitely exaggerate, because I think that's another thing, right? Like you have to kind of like my mom used to say, you put a little bit of butter on that toast, right? Like you got to kind of like you got to kind of like sauce it up a little bit, you know what I mean? So that's what they do, they exaggerate a little bit.
Facts. Something else I've been trending away. Yo, what's up, Landy? Bildo, Dave should do a 30-second Landy on how he incorporated the Zach Morris hairstyle. Bro, don't tell me, bro. My sister skilled this Zach. I said, listen, give me the Zach Morris. And she was like, all right, cool. I was like, sweet, thank you. Yeah, thumbnails have been trending away from
the O face. Yeah.
From
that used to be a big thing. Like everybody used to have
O face. I was thinking something else. Like I hear O face. I think something else. My fault. Landy. It's my bad, bro. Yeah, the crazy like, oh my God, you want to tune into this video? Although I feel like I'd be great for something like that. I'd be like, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I figured today, let's go through a couple platforms. I figured what we start off with is, you guys know that I'm super, super big on Tunnel, right? Tunnel is a platform where essentially the way it works is is it literally every notification that's going off in this house at the same time or what? Oh my God. Yo, let me put this shit on silent. Let me put this shit on do not. This is crazy. I'm such a live streaming newbie. This is insane. Where's do not disturb on this whole shit? Oh my God, bro. This is insane.
That's wild. The meatloaf is done, dude. Mom.
Bro, Mom, the meatloaf. Holy shit. Oh my God. The phone's going, the text, bing, bang. Sorry, guys.
Look at Landry. Andrew said, sorry, I have to call you when you're on live stream.
You're such a piece of shit. You don't even have my phone number, because if you did, you would have called me yesterday. But anyways, I had a crazy story yesterday. Yo, Obi-Wan, I got locked out of my account yesterday for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I was doing these Arcos, bro. I was doing these Arcos challenges. That's for another time. I don't want to squirrel. Crazy. Yeah, you relax, knock on your door. The day. Next thing I open the door, I'm like, hello? Hey, Landy's here. No, so as far as the InfoFi stuff goes, you guys know that I'm super, super big on the Tunnel platform. I genuinely like, I really like Kyle and Morgan. I think those builders are incredible, but I love the platform in and of itself. So I want to walk you guys through kind of how I go about this, so you guys can see like what does it actually take from like tweet score and a few other things, and then what do I do like on the content creation side, and how can you maybe use like some of these AI tools? And I'll show you a couple examples of what I did, because there's certain things that you can do this stuff really easily, right? Like you can copy paste to create posts and get paid. But I think like it's the ones that stand out. Like when you're a junkie for this stuff, like we are, bro, like I started creating one of them was for like insurance, bro. I created a whole like gecko ad with like, you know, this is where you take Karen's money. And I'm going to I'll show you guys like that whole drill. But like images, videos, like GIFs, like there's so much stuff that we can genuinely do. And I use GenSpark for a lot of it. By the way, also side note, OMI-Juan, I played with Flux in GenSpark this weekend. It eats hella credits. Hella credits, but Flux is fucking.
Yeah, Flux is nice.
Oh my God.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was it's a great one. That's one of my go-tos.
It is nuts. It is nuts. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Give me 1 second.
And while you're doing that, because it reminded me of that post that you had put about that thumb. There was like a wheel or something like that. Is this what you were talking about?
Yeah, the InfoFi wheel. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you guys kind of what I see. So you see my screen, the home screen where it says tunnel. Okay, perfect. So this is where you guys can see. Now I've only been doing tunnel for like about a month, maybe a month and a half. Like I was just getting started, so like the 13th or whatever. So maybe like 45 days now. And this is how much I've earned in those 45 days. $1,180. Not bad. Bro. No. For literally like posting on Twitter, which I'm doing anyway. Why would I not like do this? It doesn't make any sense, right? So I have a couple of like pending actual campaigns that run, but here's the gist so you guys can understand kind of like how this works, right? So somebody goes to the tunnel platform, right? Like a brand, let's say like these guys, which one? Let's do Unity Yield, right? So Unity Yields, they go to the platform, they request faucet, and essentially what they're doing is they're going to launch a campaign, right? And they're saying on this campaign, we want to here's essentially what we want people to post for us. Now, who are these people that are posting, right? Because if you're going to put money up as a brand, like it doesn't make sense to have somebody that's got like 5 followers or 10 followers, right? Like you want somebody that obviously has like some influence, right? So just to show you guys like who some of the people are that are already like, like on this platform, some of the bigger names, you can go here and see exactly like who's who, right? But if I go to my profile, I want to just kind of dissect it with you guys, just so you can see kind of how you get paid and where the numbers like actually come from. So they pull all of this data directly from X, right? So I connect my X account, right? You guys already saw I was logged in. I connect my X account, and this is essentially like my dashboard, right? I'm looking here and I'm like, okay, what are all these numbers and what does all this shit do? But the way in which they judge you is this performance metric score is your Tweet Scout score. So I'm going to open this and share this as well, so you guys can see what your score is too, because Tweet Scout score is definitely important. Now, a couple other qualifications, right? When a company does come and launch a campaign, they have a certain budget. And in order for you to claim some of that budget, this is how your amount is determined. But in order to just be eligible, that's what that flywheel was, OMI-Juan. So what I'm going to show you guys today is essentially how you can use that flywheel of content creation to get yaps. And then the yaps and this Tweet Scout score is what qualifies you for tunnel, so that you can now start earning in both places, if that makes sense. Yeah, it does. Cool. So this is my Tweet Scout score, 723. This is my follower count, right? And this is essentially like is going to be a big determinant of how, am I eligible and how much am I eligible to actually make? So I'm going to show you guys what I'm eligible for. So on my homepage, right, I have one that's okay. Oh, nice. This one just paid me. See, this is great. This is what I love. If you do 3, 4, 5 of these a day, every day you're getting a bing, 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 a payment like deposited into your wallet, which is amazing. So, okay, we said Unity Yields, right? They decide they want to run a campaign. I accepted the offer initially, But now they're like, okay, which wallet do you want us to deposit your funds into when you're done? So I just copy and paste a wallet in here. I hit accept offer, and you're going to get to see how this whole like shit works, right? So now they're like, okay, we got your wallet, and you're going to see now I'm eligible for it. So here it's going to show you have 24. I think you have like in this. Oh, I have 23 hours 45 minutes left to put this in. Here's the criteria. So it says post requirements. Provide an overview of XSY. Mention users can earn 15% of their stables by minting UTY on XSY. Already, it's like, you lost me. That's Spanish to me, right? Like, and to most people, it's like, I mean, I know it, but like the average user is going to be like, what the hell? But you don't need to know much. Encourage your audience to check out the YUTY pool on Euler. Okay, great. Do not copy paste the points here. Put effort into drafting a high quality post with your own words. And then it gives you a bunch of additional information, right, on the company that you can choose to use. Totally up to you. But the post requirements are right here. Overview, but here's the information, right? And here's some more additional information. Okay, Bubba, easy. Of course, that obviously that had to happen.
Of course.
Core messages to amplify, right? And then this is what's going to show you like the payout. I don't know what world people live in, but like for me, 29 USDC, granted, I'd love to get it higher. And I've seen people getting 100, 150 bucks a post, bro. No joke.
Wow.
I'm not kidding. $29 a post. If I do 5 of these a day, that's 150 bucks a day.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a job. That's a whole job. It's insane. So what do I do here now? Here's how I essentially roll in kind of like the content creation side of all this, right? So I go here, I highlight everything, right? I'm like, all right, let me just highlight all this, okay? And then what I do is I go to GPT, share this tab, new chat. Obviously, like I live, eat, sleep, and breathe and die in GPT. And I literally just copy paste it just like this, right? I have a bunch of prompts that I normally like put it through, but for purposes of this, I want to show you guys kind of how like easy it like this really can be. So I literally copy pasted what the requirements were, like everything, the additional information, the links, and I pasted it into GPT. And it starts literally just outputting everything. Here's a clean, high quality draft you can post to cover Unity yields with the required elements, blah, 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 and a natural flow instead of bullet point copy paste. Cool. Now it's literally creating this entire tweet for me. So if I wanted to right now, I can literally just highlight this, right? Make sure that I include all of the links, right? And post it to my, essentially I'd submit it in Tunnel, but this right here could mean like I could be done. That meets every requirement. I'm good. And then post it. And then 48 hours later, boom, I get paid 29 USDC. How difficult is that? Yeah.
Really quick. So once you got this, right, do you have to verify it in Tunnel before you post it, or do you post it and then verify?
Yeah. So I have to verify it, but I'm not going to verify it yet because what I want to show you guys is I think there's a way here for people to take advantage of this. And we're going to get to the yaps in a few, but I think there's a way for people to really take advantage of what this opportunity is, because for me, I don't want to just use this because I feel that this is a way to really get in touch with brands. And if I can go above and beyond for these brands, maybe I can get them to come to ATC. Maybe they can end up being a future client of mine, right? Like, I don't know. But for me, I just see more. I don't want, every time somebody says, I'll give you this much for this, I'm like, how can I drive more and more and more value so that people recognize it? And then maybe that opens up another door and another opportunity for me. Make sense?
No, you're right. I mean, because these are all potential leads. I mean, so, you know, ABC,
Facts.
baby, always be closing, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. For real. Maybe one day these numbskulls will actually pay attention in the chat and actually earn some money. They cry the poorhouse, but then it's like, what are you going to make money? This is what they do in the chat. You see this nonsense? Okay. So what I would do from here also is I'm like, okay, can you make me a meme and an image, right? Because meme and image is two totally different things. What is happening? Oh, Landy. Oh, shoot, my fault. Let me remove the Thank you. Let me remove this. Thank you for the nice individual that actually told me about actually removing that Landy's face. Okay, so this is now going to be created. So this is regular GPT 4.0 image. You use this to make memes, by the way, or no? What do you use to make memes?
No, I've never really used ChatGPT for memes. So a lot of the times I'll go into like it's funny because I always want to just create it my own, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'll, like, if I have an idea, then I just kind of do it from scratch. So I just, I have a bunch of different platforms that I use, whether it's Kling. I've been using a lot of OpenArt AI right now. Those are the two that I've been kind of going really hard on lately. But yeah, I've never really thought about using ChatGPT for creating memes. Look at that.
Look at that.
Perfect.
Bro.
So easy.
And that is going to stand out, right? Like, and it gives me a couple different options, okay? So hold on. This is the first one. Earn 50%. Yeah.
It's kind of a play on the Drake one, right? Don't you always see the Drake one?
Bro, I'm telling. Look, and it gave me another one. Idle stables equals wasted stables, bro.
That's hilarious.
Bro, they upped their meme game. They were not this good just a week ago. I'm not even kidding, dude. Like, I'm gonna save both of these, and I might just post both of them. Like, I don't know, but like, at least I have options now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a good point, right? Because like you said, it's, what is it, like $29-$30 a pop, right, for each post, right?
Yeah.
So this way you have some diversification in your posting, so, and super easy.
Yeah, like this is, and look, it obviously, like, this is specific, like, to them, right? Although I love Dr. Evil, I feel like this one is, like, to me, this one resonates more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like this one a lot more. So for me, like, now here's what I'm gonna do. So I want to also check out, like, what's the copy, right? Like, is this actually understandable? So what I'm doing with you guys right now is I'm actually walking you through the steps that I already have all this built into, like, a master prompt, but I want to walk you guys through so you can see exactly, like, how this works. So now what I do is I'll literally copy this and I'll just say, please oversimplify. And I just paste that. And I want it to break it down because I feel like that's what my brand is, right? My brand is simplify and amplify. Like, I need to dumb this shit down to where it's really, really easy for people to understand. But I also don't want it to be just like this. You know what I mean? It's just like really simple. Like, people might not know what this is, right? Like, so I experiment with a few different things. When you prompt, are you like, look, I know it's rookie time, but like, I like one-shotting because I get to see what else is potentially possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's a great way. But and to be honest, when I'm prompting, I start really vague at first, and then I just slowly dial it in. As I start to see what the outputs are, then I start to figure out how I want to kind of direct it to what it is that I'm trying to create or generate.
Yeah. So some of the get creative. I'm like, how else can we communicate this message? Think outside the box while still meeting the requirements.
Yeah. And another one too that I know that I've heard other people use, and I've even used it sometimes, is like write it as if I may, or something like that, right? Like, so I don't know if you've ever done things like that, but you know, I've done that before, like when I'm trying to create stuff or especially when I'm trying to, like, I don't know, like when I'm crafting a message, I'll say write it as if I'm so and so, or put it in a way that a 5-year-old would understand, something like that.
Yeah. So like, look, right. So right now, like, I got the meme. Now I have like the hook tweet, right? So it's like, I have the title and the hook, right? So stop letting your stables rot. That's pretty straightforward, right? Like that makes sense. Then the hook is like, okay, here's how XSY, and it's like, well, what the hell is that? So what I'll do is I'll use that. I literally just kind of piece it together, because now it's like DeFi analogy, meme to use a gym membership analogy. Idle stables, paying for a gym but never showing up. UTI personal trainer that forces your. I like this. That's relatable to me.
Yeah.
Use a gym membership. Okay. Yeah.
That's actually really good. Because it puts it in layman's terms, so somebody that doesn't understand InfoFi or DeFi in general would understand
Yup.
what it, you know.
Yep. So now I put that there. Okay, so we got that piece, and it's like, what else did it give me? Audiogram short clip. Okay, so now I'm like, all right, put this together and format and space it properly. Yeah, done. So now I gave it that info, but I also now need to make sure that I meet the requirements, right? So like, I don't know if I left anything out, if I need to add some links or this or that, whatever. But now all I'm going to do is literally just copy and paste this directly into the verifier. And I'm going to show you guys like how that works. So I'm going to paste it into a tweet so you guys can see. I don't like, okay, stop letting your stables rot. Okay, so now I'm going to go here. Hold on one second. I'm going to share with you guys in a second. Okay, so what I'll do here is I'll go to my profile. I'll put this. Here's how XSY lets you see how it formatted, right? Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. I like it. Makes sense. It's not too cluttered. It's spaced out nicely. Obviously, I don't know if I need that, but I'm going to go back to GPT one more time, and I'm going to ask it, does this meet the requirements? So now I'm going to paste this, and I'm going to say, does the below meet all the requirements? Does the below meet all the requirements? Let's see what it says. Check it against the requirements you were given. Check, 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 check. Encourage audience to check it out. Awesome, great, looking good. Anything I need to change? Backers, live incentives, we included. Okay, but it meets everything. Yeah. Right? Your draft meets the required criteria. Awesome. So now I go to Tunnel. Okay, back to Tunnel. Share this tab instead. I go back here. I've obviously copied that. I have the copy right here. I just paste the copy in, right? So what I do here is I literally just took the tweet that I have ready now, ready to go out. I paste the copy in here. And what I do here is it verifies that you made all the requirements. So I like to do it beforehand just to make sure that I don't get any errors. You do get 5 chances if you do fuck something up or you miss something or whatever. But now all I got to do is hit verify draft. All right. Now it takes its time. It's verifying. Boom. It literally went through the paces. It says I'm good. So now the only thing I have left to do is put the tweet out and then submit the link here, and I'm good to go. But now I'm like, all right, how do I stand out here, right? Like I met all the requirements. Let me make sure that I add my meme, right? Yeah. And then on the meme, I literally tag Tunnel, right? And I tag the actual, if available, I like tagging the protocol XSY5. Okay, let's see this. At XSY_5. Bam. And it lets me. And just like this, I'm ready to go. Looks good. Meme's ready. I hit post. Done. I hit view. I copy this bad boy of a link right here. Copy link. Go back to my Tunnel. Paste that link right here in this J. $30. Ship it. It.
Let's go. Look at that success.
Done. How much OMI-Juan? And look, I have another 1 or 2 now still waiting in the wings because I accepted them yesterday, right? So here's another one that I can do literally right now for another 29 USDC. Like wow. All day. Some of them are 30, 35, right? It depends. Like your score is going to determine what you do. But yeah. Bro, I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer for me, man. This shit is no-brainer stuff.
Yeah, and honestly, it doesn't take much. I mean, you know, 5 minutes maybe.
We were teaching that took us maybe 10, 15 minutes as we were teaching and walking through the whole process, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You could probably get through one probably in 5 minutes.
Facts.
Yeah.
$30 in 5 minutes? What the hell are we talking about? It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. That's awesome. So now,
Yeah.
okay, so in the wheel, because I keep going back to that wheel, right? So so now where are you in the wheel of that whole?
Okay, so that was the end of the wheel, right?
Okay,
Like I want to show people how simple it is, but in order to get there and get access to this platform, you have to have certain qualities. So the Tweet Scout score, like I can't like we could teach you growth hacks, but obviously not on this episode. But what you need is what's called YAPs. So I'm going to walk you through. Hold on, let me just pull up YAPs so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to walk you through the YAPs platform because that's part of the qualification on Tunnel. But you can earn hella money on the what's called Kaito on the Kaito platform as well. Now, here's what Kaito is, right? So Kaito, so now in the wheel, OMI-Juan, like this is the beginning, right? Like
gotcha.
this is step one. So Kaito, what you want to do is you actually want to find different companies that you can start tweeting about. And companies like on these leaderboards that are essentially going to either reward you with tokens, USDC, money, whatever the case is. You just got to pick. But look how many companies there are. Hold on. Look how many companies there are on like it for these leaderboards, bro.
Wow.
Bro, there's no shortage of companies out here, dude. Like literally look at your screen, throw a dart, and then figure out like who do I want to actually tweet about? You know what I'm saying? Like there's monster projects out here that have monster money. You just have to be able to figure out like what resonates with you. And if I can make a suggestion, if you're going to create content and use these AI tools to do it, find something that you like, that you actually like, that you genuinely enjoy tweeting about, you know, or that you use. You know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because as I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, what is something that it may be something that I already use, or something that I'm thinking of using, or something that I feel like I can personalize it, and make it, so that yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up, because that was the first thing I thought of when I saw this. I'm like, okay, well, is there anything there I already use, anything there that I can already, that I would have already tweeted about anyways, so that's awesome.
Yeah. Because a lot of people, if you actually look at this like leaderboard, like there's so many, you might not know what each one is, but here's what I'd recommend too. So check this out, because I took a little bit of a shortcut also when it comes to this. You know me, I try and shortcut the shit out of everything, like literally everything. Why not? So I'm going to show you guys kind of the shortcut that I took for, I'm going to show you, have you seen what Junie's been doing or no?
I don't know. Junie, sometimes she catches me off guard. So
hold on. So check this out. So I started an automation using using the Bindi.io tool. So check this out. So look what Junie's been doing. I mean, it's a work in progress. By the way, so everyone knows, OMI-Juan created Junie. That's Junie.
Oh, Junebug.
Junebug, we miss you. But check it out. Okay, so obviously her image generation fucking sucks. But look at what she's been cooking, right? So what I did was this leaderboard that I shared, right? This huge picture, I took a screenshot of every single company here, right? So it's got all of the different logos. And what I did was I went into, and I'll show you guys Bindi in a second, but that's a tool that I think is super powerful. You just have, nothing's perfect, but this is what I use to essentially create this. But I gave it to Bindi and I said, hey, I connected Junie's Twitter account. And I'm like, Junie, Bindi, I need you to have Junie go ham on all of these. I need to get Junie's yaps up. Because I'm thinking to myself, I can double my income if I actually get Junie to start qualifying for some of these things. Yeah. I accept one, Junie accepts one. Why not? Right? Like
for sure.
$30 and $30. If I make $60 a post, I could be making $300 a day. What? What up? Like, I don't got to worry about nothing at that point, bro. Like, I'm chilling. $300 a day. I'm good.
Yes, please.
You know?
Yeah. I even saw virtuals in there too. That's where Junie.
Yeah. Virtuals, bro. There's a ton. So look at what Junie's been doing, right? So I gave it and let me pull up Bindi too, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Here you go. So what I created with Bindi was ultimately like a monster prompt, like a master prompt, where I essentially said, look, I want to connect all of these different applications. But here, I'll show you what it is. So this is how this is a full automation, OMI-Juan, that's now an MA. Keep your pants on, okay? We're talking automation, all right? So do me a favor, keep your pants on. This is full automation using Bindi. Mind you, this is a $10 a month plan. $10.
Which
okay?
one is it?
$10
$10 a month.
Bindi.io, $10 a month.
Look at what happens when someone who lives in Dutchland listens to something on a cheaper price. What is that? $10.
What's that, $10? So this is the automation that I set up, right? So I said, look, I want to set it up to where you're going to ultimately research all of these different companies, and one by one, once it came up with 96 companies, right? 96 protocols. And every hour, I want you to do the following. And I gave it a list of things to do. Research XYZ's Twitter account, get their profile picture, create an educational thread about them, make sure you tag them in the first tweet, use their Twitter logo as an image, which that struggled a little bit. Don't format the tweet thread with numbers, unique positioning, make sure that you're highlighting you're putting the company in a good light, especially versus its competitors. And once you're done, I want you to take that post and log it into a Google Sheet so that I can see all of the metrics myself. And then I want you to send me a Gmail notification letting me know once it's done, as well as a Telegram message, and make it really, really simple for normies. So that's what these are the paces that it actually goes through in order to get this done. So now I have this on a scheduler. So now the scheduler ultimately takes this. My God, that was 3 ultimately's in like 30 seconds. I apologize. So the scheduler takes this and takes my instructions, and look at how many have gone out already. Over the last 2 days, she's done Zero G, Kaito, Anime. She's done a bazillion. And when you look at it, it's pretty damn cool. Here's the problem. Here's this. This is what I'm solving. And then it gives you the full thing. Task executed. Here's the thread URL. Like, this is what I mean by like automation. And look, this is not perfect. Again, by any stretch of the imagination. It's not. It fucks up sometimes. That's why I'm using Junie's. I'm not using my Twitter account, right? Because I don't know how this is going to be perceived. I figured, look, if Junie gets flagged, no big deal for me. Like, I'm okay, right? Like, I still have my account. I'm good. But if this can pop off, bro, like, this is amazing. And OMI-Juan, I think where you can really fucking shine with this is, I mean, look, the image component she sucks at. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this shit. Look, she sucks. I'm like, grab the image. This is what she came back with. It doesn't even show. That's Everlyn. Like, god damn, Junie. But like, automation on fleek. Look at this. And then she's got a ton of them on her page. Look, as you scroll through Junie's page, check this out. Here's what's the next one. Meet Sisik. I don't know what that is. Great. Obviously, like, she's got to work on the image stuff. I have no idea, but I'm looking back. That was 4 hours ago. Then 5 hours ago. Bluefin app. Boom. And every thread is systematic. And I said, do not repeat any information. So you can use the prompt I gave you, but you can't repeat information. And look at this, bro. What makes Bluefin special? Here's what it is. Unlike other dexes that focus on it, brings the familiar book experience. Okay, how does that make? Can you simplify this for me? Bluefin's position is unique. They're not trying to reinvent trading. They're making professional trading tools accessible for everyone. Boom, boom, boom. Like, this is now, if only I can get people to engage on Junie's page, that would fucking be amazing. But that's a whole other lift in and of itself. But Let me take a right here. What do you think so far?
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, and honestly, this is the goal, right? This is what if you can get it to automate it. So when you say that it posted in a Google Sheet, that's for metrics, right?
Yeah. Hold on, I'll show you the Google Sheet. Give me 1 second. Let me go to Bindi and I'll open up the Google Sheet so you guys can see how it like logged all of the info. Create a Twitter thread. Let me see. Yeah, it essentially puts all of the stuff into a Google Sheet. Wait, where's the Google Sheet? This is the other thing. Sometimes I'm all over the place when it comes to this shit. I'm like, where's the fucking Google Sheet? Let me see if I can just open it up. Google Sheets. Budget to do crypto. Here you go. Bam. Ready? Oh, so I guess it hasn't updated. See, this is what I mean. It hasn't updated. I guess maybe this one was an old one. But like, this is where I have to kind of tinker with the Bindi.io stuff. But like, look, for the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for the first 7, look what it did, right? It literally, in the automation, it dropped in the company, the handle, the thread URL, the time that it did it, the insights, and then likes, retweets. Yeah, but this wasn't updated. This has to be linked to the Twitter in order for it to just update in real time. But I mean, that's pretty powerful. You know what I'm going to do too? Let me just show you guys the Gmail, the actual like email that I get from this, because this is really cool. So here. So this is the one that essentially tells me this is what we've done, right? Like, hey, here's the notification. So this is working, right? So your scheduled statistic educational thread is posted. This is what we did. This is what was focused on. The tweet was seven tweets long. Here's the thread. Here's how we positioned it, right? Cool. Makes sense. And then there was one. Hold on one second. I'm going to share the screen back so you guys don't see all of my emails. But there was one more I wanted to show you guys so that you can see kind of like the full. Actually, you know what? Let me just ask Bindi real quick. So I'll go here. Let me see where this is at. Evelyn, great. Don't want to create super base, but can you give me the master prompt for this automation, please? And I'll share this master prompt with you guys so you can ultimately see like how you can actually make this work, right? So this was like in the beginning, but all of this is also done like in the background. You know what I mean? No, this wasn't all of it. Obviously, this is just the partial. I meant for the full automation strategy. Let's see if it gives it to me. OMI-Juan, you never played with Bindi.io, no?
I've never. No, this is actually pretty interesting.
I've played with Bindi.io. I've actually played with that tool.
And how do you like it, Miss A?
It's actually pretty cool. Could be a little bit better, but I think it's pretty tight.
Yo, MA cracks me the fuck up. I swear to God, it could be a little bit better. You know, like she just lobs that out there. Like it could be better. She gives me no context. Like it could always be better. Tell me what else are you like? What? Yeah.
You know what it is? It's because I'm technical from the N8N stuff, the Nate stuff. I see what it's doing, but I've been in the weeds of how to make N8N work, and I've had a successful flow that I finished. I just didn't get a chance to put it in here to demonstrate it to you guys. But I definitely want to do a flow demonstration of creating a simple N8N that actually connects to your calendar and puts in what your appointments are. I have it. I probably could send it. I could probably send it to you later, but it's a very simple like 3-step process with Nate that allows you to kind of get your calendar appointments emailed to you, so that like literally it's an entire connection that just says, tell me what all my calendar appointments are for the month, and you could just set it to send you an email, and it just kind of checks your calendar for you. But you could still continue to do a lot more stuff, and you could stack on that. So when I see Bindi, I'm just thinking like, hey, you know, we have a possibility of doing more. And something's kind of wrapped up in a wrapper. It doesn't let me be MacGyver. It doesn't let me break shit.
So check this out, right? So not only can you save a lot of the prompts here, right? So like I used a lot of these for, I ran like reply campaigns with Junie, like when we did the InfoFi stuff for WagMe Hub. But this is genuinely like, this is the cool part, right? So you can see like the chat is here, right? Here's how this works. with this chat, you can actually add and look at all of these different applications. Actually, let me bring up the bigger one so you can see the apps. You can add up to 10 apps per chat. Okay. So look at what you can add in here, OMI-Juan. 11 Labs, your GitHub, your Gmail, your Sheets, your Docs, your calendar, your Notion, your Twitter. And 90% of these, I had no idea what they did, right? None. But a lot of them give you free accounts, right? So this is a comprehensive data enrichment tool that integrates with Apollo's API. I don't know what the hell Apollo is, but like, okay, cool. Like, let me play around with this stuff. Like, what does it do? And I can ask it, but actually maybe here is a better view so you guys can see like the actual explanation. Yeah. So you could, bro, look at this. Web3, you could put Aave stats in here, weather stats. Anybody that's obviously like, you want to do some sort of like web scraping, right? Like pull these leads off of this website. Look how deep this goes. And I highly encourage, if you guys are going to use this, like jump in here, spend $10 and go nuts. Because I literally add, I'm going to show you guys how I started. I started with a Google Trends, and I was like, help me come up with an idea, right, of how I can maybe like build a business based on like certain social media trends, right? I literally went to Google. There's a Google Trends here. Hold on. You guys see there's every Google tool, right? Every AI tool here. Google Hotels, Google Jobs, Google Maps, Google Trends, right? But you saw there's also, OMI-Juan, you saw there's VO2, VO3.
Yeah.
There's everything here. GPT image gen. Now, here's what I want to hear from you, OMI-Juan. Imagine all of these tools, like, and you have access to them to then create a full automation. What would you create? It's too much almost to handle.
Yeah, it is a lot to handle. But I mean, just thinking about it right now, like honestly, like your meme game can go to next level if you know how to like get the prompts right, where you're not only seeing what the trends are, but you're creating memes off of those trends and then automating it so that way it's posting, pictures and stuff like that. I mean, it sells itself, bro. Like because that's where, the attention's already there if it's trending. If you create a meme around what people are already talking about, then gets reposted. I mean, that's where, you get to grow your audience.
Bro, now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Now we are cooking for real. Because like, now if I can pull Google Trends, so let's do it, right? Like, go figure. I wasn't expecting this to be a Bindi one, but fuck it. Like, we're here. Let's cook. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we can but this can be something great also. And we'll get back to like the yaps and the tunnel stuff so you can understand like how to still, like, you guys saw that content creation piece that I put out. That's not specific to tunnel. Like, I claimed a campaign from Tunnel, but you can create those posts about any one of those 96 companies that you saw on the Kaito leaderboard, right? Like any one of these companies, you can do that same thing. Just get the name and be like, okay, here we go. Even use the tool, like mix and match, use your brains. Like I just pulled that from Tunnel. Cool. Let me just use the directions and the requirements that they gave, but let me just use another company. Let me plug in Ethereum or Berachain or Arbitrum or Soon. Same thing.
Yeah. And really quick, before we get to the bendy stuff, because I know that in the wheel, you said this is the beginning part, right? So you need to get the yaps from Kaito in order to be able to qualify for Tunnel, right?
You got it. Yes, because you need, I think, at least 5 yaps in the last 30 days in order to start claiming deals on Tunnel.
Are there requirements for yaps? Like the same requirements that Tunnel had? Like, so do you need to go through like a whole...
We don't know. And that's the crazy part with yaps. And that's why I love Tunnel so much. That's a great question. With yaps, we don't know. We don't know what gets us yaps, but we just yap about shit because we think it gets us yaps. Bro, I'm telling you, it's a crazy game out here. So here, look, I know that sounds nuts. I really do. But like, look, I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about because it's crazy. I have no idea how I earned these 2.85 yaps yesterday. I don't know. But I know that I'm constantly posting about like I'm constantly tweeting about crypto shit, right? Are people engaging with my stuff? Who are the people that are engaging with my stuff? So there's a whole formula that goes into this, but the algorithm, yeah.
And that's the thing too, is it's one thing to create a post, right? But the key is that it needs to be something that people engage with, right? Like, so you don't want to just post stuff that nobody's really engaging with, because that's not going to really do much for you, in the sense that, so
Yeah.
that's where, what have you found works best when you're trying to drive engagement in a post?
So here's kind of the recipe that I use, right? Number one, it needs to be really visually appealing, right? Like it needs to, like, the video and the voice component are big. What I know for a fact is when I put out audiogram threads, those things fucking cook. And I put out audio, and what those are is essentially, after a space, I'll pull a what's it called, like a transcript. And another platform that I use is Zealous. And what I do is I bring that into Zealous, I get the transcript, and then that allows me to create some really cool, like, audio and visual from the actual space recording. So you hear the voice, and then I can put one of those, like, really clean borders around it. You see the captions. I can change the colors, and it's simple, but bro, that stuff kills. Now, if I do that on, like, a bigger space, and by the way, just so we're clear, you don't need to host that space in order to do this. If you were listening to a space that you thought was fire, like, copy the link, bring it here to zealous.one. Okay, this is another tool. Okay, and I put it here. You hit new, you paste the space link in here, you hit next, and essentially it'll start transcribing it for you. You could even use this for free for, like, I think they give you like 60 minutes of, like, free transcription. But, like, these are, like, look at this one, right? Ward, I had no business. Like, this is, like, I listened to this space, right? I listened to it. But for me, I'm like, this could be something really, really cool, because Warden is a big, like, company protocol on the Kaito leaderboard, right? So I'm like, what can I do different? This was a Chinese space. So I'm like, maybe I can figure out a way to maybe, like, dub it. I haven't gotten to it yet, but maybe I can figure out a way to dub it. But what I do is this, and this, by the way, if you want real transcription, as much as these guys drive me nuts because I've been asking them for the API, they have the craziest transcription in the game. Nobody, in my opinion, compares to them. If you're going to be transcribing Twitter Spaces or YouTube videos, whatever, this transcription is second to fucking none.
Nice.
I get the summary here, right? I look at the transcript. Look what you can do with this, right? So now this is going through, and I'm like, all right, let me look through the transcript. Let me see, like, what's what. Usually what I do is I go to the summary, I rip the transcript, and then I feed it to GPT-5, and I'm like, find me the gold in this transcript, right? Just to make it simple. Again, lazy. But if you want to just, let's say, go through this, I just want to show you guys what you can do. Let me just see. I started working on building these, which is very, okay. So here, back in the day, I worked a couple years. Okay, great. This guy's now talking. I don't know what the hell he's saying, but let's just say I wanted to clip this. I highlight that. I click audiogram. Check this shit out. Now I have all of these custom features. I can literally choose the size that I want of the audiogram. But look, it pulls the actual PFP from the speaker, right? So wow. You guys can see this.
Back in the day, worked for a couple of years at Binance as a regional manager.
So now I have the voice, I have the visual, I have the PFP. And the key here, the biggest key, OMI-Juan, that you asked to this question is, I now have a big monster name that I can tag in this post, who didn't ask me to do this, but now if he sees it and he likes the content, maybe he retweets it. Right. I'm a small, tiny account that now is making do with the tools that I have, but I tweet about Warden Protocol, which, by the way, Warden Protocol has, let me just show y'all. Warden Protocol has 305,000 followers. Yeah, I want to be on, and they're literally all the buzz on crypto Twitter. So I want to be and do whatever I can to get Warden Protocol's attention, to get this guy's attention, right? And clip something really, really meaningful. And then I can actually design what I want this to look like. There's all different formats. So Sorry. Excuse me. Woo. So thank you. So you can customize the theme. There's different preset themes, right? So if I want to just do plain simple black and white, if I want to just do maybe dark mode, or I can go in here. This is why I love this platform. Like I can literally put the hex colors in here that I want. So if I want to get really crazy, and this is just me being neurotic, I go here, I highlight this, I say I'm saving this image, and I say Warden logo, done. I then go to, and I know this, I know I'm a psycho. I know. I then go to GPT, I upload this, the logo, and I say, give me the main 3 hex colors. Okay. Now I'm going to customize this so much so that when they see this on the timeline, they're going to be like, yo, we can literally repost. Stop, Bubba. They can, dog's licking his nuts. They can literally repost this themselves and it's on brand, right? Like I can't post like, look, like I can't post this, right? Like if it's fucking, this doesn't make any sense. Like this looks weird, right? That's not like Mocha is not Warden Protocol colors. But if I can figure out what the hex colors are, right? So now GPT-5 is breaking down this image and it's going to lay out the hex colors. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Zealous and I'm going to put in Zealous, yo, this hex color, that hex color, and voila, done and done. I'm going to be Gucci. Now I'm going to be able to pull these audiograms and be able to crush.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's genius. Yeah, because that's always been the thing for me. And honestly, I've never been able to make any rhyme or reason of it. Like there's posts where I'll spend like hours trying to craft a post. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I posted it. I'm like, all right, I can't wait for people to see this post. Yeah. And I'm like sitting there and I feel like it's that meme where he's just like sitting there. He's like, okay, any moment now, they're going to see it. People are going to see it. And then I'm like, okay, no, wait, I'm going to put my phone down. I'll come back. I'll check later. And I'll come back and I'll check later. And I'm like, no likes, no, like nothing, like not a single freaking like. And I'm like, gosh damn it. And I'm like, I'm touching grass. And like, then I'm out of here. Or then I'll post something that's like the most stupidest thing that I thought nothing of. And that's the one that just gets like 400 freaking likes. And I'm just like, how is this even possible? Like it makes no sense at all. But this is really cool because this is really kind of making it where it's going to have the best chance to succeed. So this is awesome.
Yeah, this I love. I really do like it. I had a Futureverse. Oh, this was definitely not Futureverse. All right, let's customize this theme. Okay, so now check this out. So now I got the hex colors, right? So now I'll put in Warden. Okay, I got this one. This was the first one. Wait, do I need to put the hashtag? Okay, boom. We got that first color. Then I go back to GPT, which, by the way, gave me all of these colors. Very dark brown logo, light green background. Okay, cool. Right, so now I'm going to highlight this. Come back to Zealous. Copy that. Bam. And then I'm going to finalize with this one. And let's see how this looks. Sometimes it doesn't come out the best. You never know, but this is like the trial and error, but I don't know. At the end of the day, you guys be the judge. Let's see if I save it.
No, I mean, I think it's important because to your point, it's very on brand. So it's more likely that they're going to not only like it, but they'll promote it as well.
Yeah. So wait, no, that's not. Why is it not taking? It's still showing the other one. But like you guys, so you see like here, right? Like that to me, that's golden, right? So I want to generate this one. I don't know how it's going to generate, but I literally just go down here, I hit generate, and you have a certain number of like audiogram minutes that you can pull. That was 46 seconds. Okay, cool. And then I go here, it opens up the media tab, and in 60 seconds, like I now have a beautiful audiogram that I can then put onto the timeline that is massively powerful, bro. This is like massively powerful because this is Warden, right? Like I got to see if the colors came out. I don't know if it did, but nope. See, that was the wrong color. So let me go back real quick and see if that, what's it called? Saved. Let me just pull it, whatever. Let me see if it's saved. Okay, see now it took, right? So I go here. I want to hide the Zealous logo. This is the style that I want. I just want to maybe change here. So look, right? You see where the logos are placed different. You see here like the framing, like they give you different options. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like where can this be like featured prominently? So I want the name to obviously like stick out. So like maybe this one looks good. Warden down here. Here. Nah. Maybe, yeah, this one looks good. He's got his little PFP here. Or if I'm going for the guy, maybe fuck it. Maybe this is the one that I'll pull, right? So I hit generate. And then again, that pulls up. Now I can literally just download that to my computer and then upload that to Twitter. I do a couple of those for a space. Bro, that's some powerful shit. You guys want to see what the real ones look like?
Dave,
Yeah.
is that just going to provide just the tweets to you? Is that like feeding you back the tweets, or is it actually something you could repurpose?
So this is the repurposing, right? So I gave it the transcript to the space, right? So I'm making I want to make the tweets, right? To then post recapping the space with these audiograms. And this is what it's going to look like. Yeah.
So the audiograms would be created by these tweets.
No. What do you mean tweets? But essentially, I'm creating the audiograms right here in this platform by Zealous. You with me?
Yeah, but why? Okay, I got it. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm just curious why it's not in another tool, but it's okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, OMI-Juan.
No. And so then, well, and the other thing cool too is that you already have a built-in audience, right? Because of the space, right? So you already know, like you can actually either quote tweet the space or just post it as is.
And bro, you can do this for any space. You think other Twitter hosts are doing this? They're not. So I'm telling you, like anybody that wants to really get ahead in this game, go find a good space that you feel has good quality content. Go do it for Scott Melker. Go do it for like, you know what I'm saying? Like crypto, like the town hall, right? Like go find a good roundtable space, right? Like go do it for like a Farouk space, like and like whatever they break down. You know how many of these I highlight and boom, boom. Like this is what you can get. And shout out to Justice. Justice is my audiogram like fucking queen. She's incredible. Justice, I love you. Thank you for every single fucking thing that you do. But like this is kind of how it comes out. So hold on, I'm going to stop sharing this and I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see. Share screen, the entire screen. Check it.
And I don't hear the audio, but I mean, I think I understand what's going on.
You don't hear the audio?
No.
Oh, shit. I forgot because the audio is piping into here. My bad.
No, it's all good.
Damn. I forgot. Okay, how do I stop this? Share screen. Stop screen. Okay. Sorry. But yeah, the audio was obviously cooking in the background just because I have this in or whatever. But you guys get the gist. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a great way to be able to, like, now you have that content, now post that to Twitter and do that based off of, like, based off of this. This is where you want to ultimately find your targets. So now you earn the yaps. Then when you earn the yaps, those yaps can then turn into dollars and airdrops and a bunch of other things. And then you go to Tunnel, you have the qualification, and now you're double earning, right? Like now you can start claiming off of Tunnel. So yeah,
that's
this
awesome.
is a lot. Yeah. Questions, comments, concerns, anything? Where we at? Make sense?
Yeah, no, this is awesome. And you're right, because not only, I mean, it's just full circle, like we were talking about earlier, but to your point, I mean, if you can do this on another account, you're just doubling it up. So not only are you getting the yaps, but also then the Tunnel stuff. And then if you're doing it twice on another account, then like you said, $300 a day, geez, oh flip.
Yep. I think it could, bro. Imagine getting up to bro. If I'm doing $300 a day for 10 posts on Twitter between my account and Junie's account, like, I promise you, I'd be a lot less aggravated in spaces. I'd be a much easier going guy if I knew that there was $300 a day just coming in, ching, 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 ching every day.
Are you kidding me? You and me both, bro.
But yeah, so guys, like we covered. I mean, I thought we were going to cover some GenSpark stuff, but look, we go with where it takes us. Bindi, Zealous, fucking Kaito, Tunnel. Y'all got a lot today, man. Like that was chock full of info, bro.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot, but it was super cool because I mean, honestly, you walked us through it from start to finish. Super. I mean, it isn't anything that anybody can't do, to be honest, right? Like anybody could do it. You just got to take some time, go in, figure out what requirements you need to meet, and away you go. And with a couple simple tools, whether it's ChatGPT, I mean that was really the crux of it from the posting standpoint was ChatGPT, right?
And he kept Miss A completely entranced by that total masterclass. So thank you. It isn't very easy to keep Miss MA from having a word to say, Sir Dave. But no, it was epic. I mean, I think at the end of the day, I would chime in and dovetail back to what Juan said. The more that these processes are outlined and the more that we get comfortable in doing them and demonstrating, the easier it becomes for other people to follow along. And I think that's really important. That's why I'm very open to making a small N8N that we could just walk through next week or something simple. I don't think it has to be super complicated. These are great workflows with these 3 tools. But I think it's also important to also demonstrate that some people could save some money by just going the API route, which I know that I heard Sir Dave, just because I know he loves being called that. Sir Dave did say that, the APIs are kind of the way to go if you want to save money, because a lot of these tools are also wrappers of technology that would save you money if you could use it. And I think a lot of people could if they just given the opportunity to take it a little bit slower. And I know how, I know some people like things fast, but some of us like things slow. I prefer the paced approach. But great job. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Good shit.
Yeah, masterclass, baby, masterclass.
Let's go. Yeah, we kind of winged that one. I kind of winged that one a little bit, but next week I swear, it will be no winging. But look, that's the blueprint for money right here, right? Like for people that were listening, that tuned in, that if you're going back and listening to the replay, like for whatever the 400 of you that are listening to this, like, yo, like this is the gold right here. This is it. I'm doing this is the fucking gold for you over there, Yeah, madam. This is it. But yeah, great shit. What time is it? Yeah, we're good. Anything else you wanted to share, OMI-Juan, or anything else? Like, I'm down. Like, tell me, like, anything. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the only other thing that I was thinking of, and I know that we kind of hinted at it earlier, and we can probably cover it more next week or the week after. But I know that GenSpark did do that new clip thing, which was really cool. So we can maybe tease the video. We can kind of show the video, and that I think also is another way that you can create stuff that you can easily build your audience by creating simple little clips so let me pull that up and we can kind of watch it. I thought it was actually really funny, so
to all you content creators out there that literally slave away editing fucking clip after clip after clip, listen, watch.
Yes, this is.
What did I miss? Batman, what's good?
All right, here we go.
Truth. All right, Dare.
How many people have you slept with?
Truth or Dare, or AI clips all highlights with one prompt. Hey, I'm Eric from GenSpark. Editing videos can be super time consuming and difficult for a lot of us. That's why we're excited to introduce GenSpark Clipgenius. It can edit any video for you with just one prompt.
Let's try it. Choose single clip. Cut the funniest moments from this Jimmy Fallon show. GenSpark understands the whole video, builds the story, then finds the clips and weaves them into a seamless new video.
Dare you to lay flat on the desk and then interview me the rest of the time like that?
All right, here we go. Now let's try grid layout. Get highlights from All In Podcast's AI Bubble episode. Clip Genius understands this hour-plus podcast and pulls 9 clips, creating a perfect grid. Key insights in minutes.
On Monday, Fortune dug up a generative AI study. Does this align with what you're seeing on the field?
Last week or so, there was a correction in sentiment.
Up next, cut highlights showcasing only my favorite Dodgers team.
Let's go.
GenSpark understands the video and perfectly captures the Dodgers' best plays.
Oscar Hernandez in the air to left center field. Judge on the run. Dead sprint now to the track, and it's over his head.
Cool. Let's try a different angle with the same video.
This is for you, Dave.
Extract only Yankees highlights.
Fastball driven the other way. Sleeping Giant.
Finally, let's mash up multiple videos. GenSpark understands these 3 LOL matches and pulls 10 kill highlights. Perfectly done.
But Shun is looking for more. He flashes forward. Knight on the flank as well. Ona's going to flash away. Counter strike out from Zayas. Not quite able to connect. The shooter's around with the...
You can also use the editor to fine-tune your clips, or visit AI Drive to download all clips in the final cut. With just one prompt, let GenSpark Clip Genius edit any video for you. Let's vibe working with GenSpark.
That's wild.
That's wild. That is wild.
I know.
I love it.
Yeah, so I think that could be something that you could use to start to create content as well. You know, just taking video clips. You know, even like what you were doing with the transcribing of the spaces, right? Like I think this is really repurposing stuff that's already out there and then using that to kind of build off of.
It's free. It's literally free for everybody to have access to now. Like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, people, like, they're paying it. For me, there's not enough time in the day, right? And being severely ADHD, it's hard for me to focus on just one thing. I start one thing and I'm like, oh, ooh, shiny new toy. But if you can focus on, like, actually executing this is why, like, I have to hire a few people because, like, if I don't have Justice that creates my audiograms, I'm doing a million other things. But she creates these audiograms for me, and it's just like cranked out, where all I got to do is just put them into a tweet, throw them out there. But like, if you have the time to invest, like, this is what you can do to now start earning real dollars in the content creation game on X and other platforms too.
Yeah, I agree, and especially if you can get it to the automation point, right? Because then you don't, it's set it and forget it. Then you don't even have to worry about it. So
facts. Yep, 100%. Maybe next week we talk about Google Opal. I can show you guys kind of. I know. Did we do Google? No, I did Opal on Magic Hour. We didn't do Google Opal here. Google Opal as a teaser. This shit is crazy. You like N8N, MA? You're gonna, MA. I hope you're sitting down on your knees. Check this out.
Nice try. I heard that. Don't think I didn't hear that, Sir Dave. And I did hear your Magic Hour that you talked about Opal. That's why I brought it up. It's actually pretty epic. But Opal doesn't allow you to pull it off of the system yet. Sorry for the noise.
Yeah, you can share the app. What do you mean? You can share it. You can create it within there and then share it.
I don't know if the app you could take it off and self-host somewhere. I have to check on that. But I know that I recreated an entire app. I created an entire one-page landing page with probably some of the competitors like Manus.im. And it was pretty epic. I'll show it to you, and then you let me know if you'd want me to walk people through it, because it was super psycho easy. And I also told it how to make it live, and just had it replace all of the buttons with a functional code that just shows me that the button's working, and all in one page, not in, like, you know how like websites have multiple pages. It's more about a functioning one-page landing page, which connects with all this that we're doing, because we want to help small businesses function. So yeah, Opal's going to be interesting. I think it'd be nice to see Nano Banana, because you guys are creative. So
All right. Too much fire. Too much walking on fire for Emma.
That nano banana got her, baby.
That nano banana got you.
No, but I agree. I think it's been exciting to see a lot of the stuff that Nano Banana is doing right now. So that's something that I definitely want to get into, and I'd love to be able to kind of talk about that next week as well.
Done and done. Nano banana next week. Let's do it. Yeah, it's been taken to like X by storm. 100%. It definitely has. Yeah, this was great. OMI-Juan, thank you, bro.
Absolutely.
MA, hopefully you're walking on fire. Thank you. And to everybody that tuned in, appreciate you guys. Thank you for the support, the retweets, and everything else. And yeah.
Awesome.
Yo, Data Diaries out. Episode 4 in the books. Peace.
Let's go.
You've been watching the Data Diaries, where the future of AI gets personal. Your map at the crossroads of technology and creativity, where imagination and innovation intersect. Because the story is just getting started. Like and subscribe now, and be ready, because the next episode might just change the way you see everything.